What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today, BTC USD. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, all right? It's the 16th of June. Here we are, 6 days, 22 hours left in this brand new week. We did not get the weekly close we were looking for. It's pretty neutral. I mean, it's, again, a red week isn't a big deal. 0.15% to the downside is not a big deal at all. Very neutral week after another neutral week. We've literally just moved sideways over the last 2 weeks, at least from open to close. It's kind of crazy. We're looking to get this daily or this weekly RSI into the overbought zone. Hopefully this is the week that we can do it. And I think with this week, we should be getting to new all-time highs, both on a weekly closing basis and a price point, wicking high as well. So hopefully that's what we have to look forward to by the end of this week here. Let's get into it. Let's talk about this price action on a short-term time frame. Okay, looking at the 1 hour time frame, looking at this here. You are getting some volume coming in. Nice. Look at that, right? Weekend volume, totally low. I mean, you can just see it, man. Every time. This is the weekend here. Low volume here. That's the weekend there. Low volume there. That's the weekend. You can literally see the weekends just by the volume. And here we are. Monday starting off right with some volume coming in. We're building. We're moving higher. I wonder what that means, right? Volume's coming in and we're moving up. I wonder what's going on. People are probably buying Bitcoin, buying crypto, and sending this thing higher. We do have lower lows in the price, lower lows in the RSI, higher highs in the price, higher highs in the RSI. Very volatile for sure, but it's looking like we are slowly but surely turning this bearish trend, turning this bearish kind of momentum in the RSI around. We do have a longer kind of drawn out uptrend here. Higher lows, higher highs, that whole shebang. I would expect that this next attempt, the last one got us just into the overbought zone. This one should get us a little bit more. Maybe we find a higher low there and we get a little bit more tomorrow on Tuesday, and then we start building higher and higher like that. Going into the end of the week, we should see some nice growth, and I think today, Monday, will also break us out of this range here. Everybody calling for this to be a bear flag is going to be left in the dust, man, because it's going to move up higher. We've kind of got a flat top of resistance right here with ascending lows, regardless how you want to cut it. I know we curved here, but we do have ascending lows nonetheless, higher lows. As we're encroaching this, as volume is increasing and we're getting up there, RSI is getting stronger. It just makes sense we'd go higher. So that's the expectation here. 4 hour time frame, looking at this there. Bearish as of the moment. I mean, you're bullishly postured, but just bearish in the sense that you're getting over. I shouldn't even say bearish. You're volatile, neutral with a bullish tilt to it because you're above the 50 and you do look productive right now. I don't know if by the end of today if you'll be in the overbought zone, but Tuesday, and that should again. That should correlate with some very bullish price action whenever we do get into the overbought zone. But I think today, as we move higher in the RSI, as we move higher in the price, we should be breaking out of this. So we're looking for a standard retracement from this high to low here. High here, low there, 382, 236. We're going to the golden ratio. I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of today we're at about $107,500 to $108,000, somewhere around there for Bitcoin, right? That's the expectation. We'll go there. Maybe we pull back on Tuesday a little bit to 106K or back down to this area and find support, and then come back up and again continue to grow as the week goes on. Once we get into this overbought zone, whenever that is, maybe it's by the end of the week, maybe it's early next week, whatever, we should be getting above this high here. I would think that we do get overbought by the end of this week. And let me just make sure here. It's Monday. Oh yeah. Yeah, next week is over here. Next week is way over here. So yeah, we should be getting overbought by the end of the week, and with that, getting above this high, and then seeing new all-time highs. Absolutely seeing new all-time highs. Whenever we get above about $110,000, we're cleared for new all-time highs. The immediate targets to expect would be something between about 100 and, I wouldn't even say 113K. I'd say like 115 to 120K. We likely don't stop until we're at 121K or higher, honestly. Looking at this high to low, let me get this high to low here. Is this the right one to take? Yeah, I think that's fine. 115 at a minimum, 120K. We'll probably go up to like 123, 124K or somewhere in between there. I really do believe that by the end of this week, we should be not just at new all-time highs, but a sizable distance away from these all-time highs, right? Maybe $10,000 or more to the upside. Looking at the daily time frame here, the RSI is neutral as well, but overall bullishly postured, right? Bouncing off the oversold zone, getting into the overbought zone, continually like just living up here in the overbought area. That's awesome to see. Coming down, finding support right off the 40, higher lows overall from way back there, you guys. And we're essentially living above the 50 for most of our time here. I know we're below the 50 right now, but being below the 50 and not doing anything, you're not doing anything with it, I would think that we're going to reverse and come back up. That's the expectation. So that's probably what you do. The 4-hour time frame being bullish expresses 3 to 5 days of growth to come, probably, or more. Daily time frame being bullish, which I would say it is. It's like neutral right here, but overall bullish right now for the relative time frames. Daily time frame being bullish means weeks to come are going to be bullish, right? And then speaking of the weeks, we look at the weekly time frame here. Once this gets into the overbought zone, which by the end of this week, a full 7 days from now, whenever the week closes, we should be in the overbought zone. That will express weeks, if not months, of upside to come, right? So bullish catalyst on top of bullish catalyst. It just ladders higher or it's layered out through these higher time frames, and it just gets more significant as we build on these higher time frames here. Why can't I talk today, man? I haven't drank or anything. I know it's Father's Day, but I had some root beer and stuff. 106K right now. Not that I don't drink. I like to drink, but I'm taking a leave of sobriety for the moment till the end of August. Probably till the end of August. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe longer than that, but I'm just having fun with it for now. 106K now, high to low. Super bullish on the RSI, or on the fibs here, man. Whenever you come up like this and you bounce off the 786, you're maintaining levels. You continuously close above the 886. This is anything but bearish, you guys. Absolutely. When I say our next target area is 121K, this is where we derive that target, right? By the end of this month, over the next 2 weeks, which we only have 2 weeks left, 2 weeks and 1 day left in this month as of now, we should be at about $140,000 to $130,000, if not higher. As we get into July, we'll be pushing higher. This next phase up should be rather immaculate. I really do believe, like if we're looking at it here, just imagine we've moved up like this from a low to a high, okay? Low to high, moved up like this. We've consolidated now for 4 weeks, going on our 5th week of consolidation, but this week will probably break out. We'll see likely a continuation of this, but I would expect this next move to be even bigger than the last move. If we were to replicate this move here, by the beginning of July, or sorry, by the end of July, we should be at about 150K. I think this move is going to be bigger, so therefore like 160 to 190K, something like that, 180K, I think that's where we're going to be. And we take a high to low here, 160K is right there, 180K right there above the 2272. It makes sense if you hit the 2272 to go just above that, not to stop right at it. Typically, you don't stop right at the 2272, you go just above it. So 160, 180, 190K, probably 180K, somewhere around there by the end of July. That's what my expectations are. We're on the path higher right now. I know it doesn't feel like it, man, but we're going to look back. We're going to look back in probably 6 months from now, and we're going to say this was it. This was the beginning of this finale phase of the bull market. This is it right now. I think that's going to be expressed by the end of this week and going into the weeks after this. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. That's all I got for you. Take it easy. Again, happy Father's Day to the dads out there. I know it's the 16th on the charts, but it's still the 15th where I'm at. So, I mean, if it's the 15th where you're at, happy Father's Day. And if you're not a father, that's okay. Say happy Father's Day to someone that is a father. Maybe happy not a Father's Day, as some people would put it. Anyways, take care. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.